Ronald's visa on 90 Day Fiance isn't even actually approved. Guys, we just saw 90 Day Fiance. It was a bizarre episode. There seemed to be a lot of lying going on, but here's the deal. Ronald and Tiffany, we kept seeing on 90 Day Fiance, on here, on there, everyone's talking about the fact that Ronald's visa got approved for him to come to America. However, that couldn't be further from the truth. Here is the actual truth. His visa application got approved, so now he can have the interview to see if he can come over to America on the K1 United visa. But here's the dumbest, even the worst thing. Tiffany can't even afford to sponsor Ronald on her own, so now she has to go get a co-sponsor, and her mom won't do it because her mom cannot stand Ronald, basically. That's the moral of that story. So she had to go to her dad. However, her dad has no idea of Ronald's criminal history. He doesn't know any of that. And so now she has to break him the news. And it's like, if Ronald does actually ever even make it to America, and then he does something happens, maybe he, something goes down, he gets back into gambling, who knows what could happen, and he gets into trouble, he owes money, he can't support himself, everything would go back onto Tiffany and Tiffany's dad, who doesn't even know that Ronald is a gambling addict and everything else. So, oh my god, I cannot figure out why everyone was hyping up the fact that Ronald's visa got approved. Like I just said, that was not even the truth. That's not even the case. The possibility of this guy's visa getting approved is seriously like it is slim. Even the possibility of Tiffany's dad, wanting to co-sponsor once she tells him, because basically what happened was Tiffany went to her mom and said, listen, I'm not going to ask you to co-sponsor Ronald. I know you can't stand Ronald, but she was like, I'm going to ask my dad, and she was basically like, listen, dad does not know about Ronald's past. How do I tell him? The mom was like, just do it. Don't tell him. And I was like, oh my god, if you can do anything, Tiffany, do not do this. Number one, does the guy not have a TV or a computer? Because he could just Google it. It would be so easy for him to find out about Ronald's past. It happened a long time ago on national television. And even if he didn't know then, well, he's on this new season of 90 Day Fiance. I'm sure he's going to watch himself. And then right then and there, he would know. So I don't know why the mom suggested that completely awful advice. But then Tiffany, she went to the dad. She sat down. The dad was like, absolutely, I'll do anything. Dad seems like such a nice guy now. He wasn't really in Tiffany's life growing up. It doesn't sound like, but now he seems like he's really trying to help and be there and whatnot. And so he was like, I'll do it. I love Ronald. Let's do this. And then she goes, well, I've kind of been hiding some stuff from you. And then boom, the episode ends. So I don't know what she's going to tell him. I do know one thing. If she can convince him to, be the co-sponsor, which is just crazy in itself, but if she can convince him, they have a world of hurdles and whatnot ahead of them. And it sounds like in present day, Tiffany and Ronald, they probably aren't even together anymore. They don't even follow each other on social media. And Tiffany, like a couple days ago, posted some very weird, vague kind of, Instagram stories saying how she doesn't have to hide anything anymore. And it's like, wait, that doesn't seem real. So I don't know. I feel like they're not together anymore. I feel like his visa is never going to ever get approved. And it didn't even get approved. His application got approved for him, whatever, to come possibly do the interview, and then we can see what happens from there. And before we go on to the rest of the video, I do want to say thank you and happy Memorial Day to everyone here in America, everyone that has served and just went out there and, fought for this country. I love this country. So I know there's so much division in the country, but whether you're this way, that way, it's a great day for everyone to come together. I freaking love America so much, and we are all lucky to be here, those that are here. This is the land of the free, the land of opportunity. Whether you anyway, this is still a great place. I love it so much here. So happy Memorial Day to everyone that is from America and everyone that has served. And if you have maybe a loved one served or something too, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't even imagine, so thank you, thank you, thank you. But now let's go back to the rest of this 90 Day Fiance drama. We did get to see Angela and Michael virtually. Okay, I'm gonna keep them real quick because this is either just really fake or really freaking stupid. Angela had her weight loss procedure. Her sissy JoJo was there, and I don't know why I always harp on her. Just the friendship seems so weird and forced and fake, but let's just say they're best friends. Who even cares? She was there. Angela was recovering, I guess. Now she wants to get her turkey neck kind of tightened and this and that, and so she was meeting with another specialist about getting this thing tightened, and of course, she went to go tell Michael. Michael hates all these weight loss procedures, and of course, Michael threw a fit. I just don't understand for the love of me. He's not paying for it. He's not nursing her. He's not here helping, taking care of her. And, those are the two things. If he was paying for it, and if he was actually taking care of her and running around and doing this, then we could sit here and say, well, okay, I can kind of see why he's complaining and whatnot, but he's not doing either. Why does he care? And I get the culture thing, but for me, the culture thing would be like, well, you know what, okay, it's my culture, but I really don't care that much, and move on with his life. But she told him that now she wants to get another procedure with her neck, and she wants to just tighten it, and boom, bada bang, and of course, Michael threw a fit, and he was upset, and I was just sitting there like, this is the dumbest thing. So she met with the plastic surgeon about getting it done. He said, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and then of course, and it seems so fake, but she said to the doctor, hey, you know, before we're done, can you actually convince Michael that this is a good idea, and kind of try to convince him? And it's like, and the doctor was just like, okay. So they talked. It seemed really fake. Michael kind of freaked out, like, you know, is it gonna be her face? And maybe it's just a miscommunication, but it really just seems so fake. And the doctor was like, yes, it's still gonna be her face. We're just gonna make her look younger. And then, of course, the funniest million-dollar question that everyone's been wondering, at least I've been wondering. Michael said, by the way, Doc, how much money is this going to cost? And he said, and maybe this shows how dumb I am. I thought he was gonna say, you know, $2,000, $3,000. I am a freaking idiot. He goes, oh, I don't know, like $25,000. $25,000. And I was sitting there going, is this thing even permanent? Like, couldn't the skin sag in the future? Like, not like in a week, but like in, like, let's say 5-10 years, couldn't it get a little saggy? So she's actually going to spend $25,000 to get her neck thing done. My first question is, the procedure she had done before, the sleeve thing, how much money did that cost? Because that was like a way more intensive thing. This thing is just like in, bada boom. I think it's a lot more simple. It's just right here. The other thing was, you know, everywhere. So I'm like, oh my God, number one, holy crap, that's a lot of money. Number two, I'm starting to go, maybe I should go become a plastic surgeon because that is so much money. Yeah, so when Michael heard that number, he was like, oh, no, you can't do that. But of course, you know, what's Michael gonna do? It's Angela's money. So Angela basically just said, shut up. But I'm also sitting here going, wait, how does she have $25,000 extra dollars? Like, how? You go on the show, you don't make that much money. Now, I don't even know if she still even have a job. Like, I legitimately think she quit her job. I mean, she could, but we have not seen her working in years. I don't think she has a job. I think she's just living off the 90 Day Fiance cameo, the brand deals. But still, at absolute most, I would say she's not making more than $100,000 a year. So obviously, she could technically afford to spend $25,000. But it's like, after you buy this and your house and the car and the food, and she's taking care of her 6 grandkids and all this stuff, it's like, do you really have extra $25,000 to waste on a neck thing? So I'm just like, holy crap, that's a lot of money. I don't even know, completely freaking insane. And then there was Kalani, and not really Asuelu, but we did get to see Lo, Kalani's dad, who I love him. I know not everyone probably does. I love the guy. I think the guy's sweet, and I think his relationship with Kalani and Asuelu is precious, but more on that in a second. The long story short with them is Kalani met with a lawyer. She's trying to weigh her options with a divorce. The lawyer basically said this: you are sponsoring, it's the exact same thing with Tiffany and Tiffany's dad and Ronald. You sponsored Asuelu. So when he came here, however, your dad had to co-sponsor Asuelu, because same thing with Tiffany and Ronald, and Tiffany's, you know, dad, she didn't have enough money. So the dad, Lo, had to help, you know, co-sponsor Asuelu. He, I think, was kind of just like, you know, I think he knew what he was signing, but it was more so kind of just like, okay, you know, this, that, and went on with his life. I don't think it was anything like he didn't know exactly. He might have, but he was just kind of like, you know, whatever, sign, move on. And the lawyer basically said, listen, under Donald Trump's presidency, he changed this co-sponsor thing. It was 10 years, so you had to co-sponsor him for 10 years, meaning if anything happened, if he had to go on food stamps or this and he owed money or anything, it would basically go back to you. That was for 10 years. Now, apparently Trump changed it from 10 to a lifetime. And the dad was like, what? Now this is where the lawyer, so they dropped this huge news, of course, and everyone was freaking out like, what? Oh my God. But then the lawyer said, well, you know, here's the deal though. You signed it for 10. So technically, in the little bit of law I know, you should be granted, like that's the stupidest thing. You can for sure fight it. Now I don't know who knows what's gonna happen. This whole situation's a long shot to begin with, because Kalani and Asuelu, maybe they'll just stay married, maybe they'll be fine, maybe it won't be a big deal. But let's say they do get a divorce, and then Asuelu has to go out and not have any money, then Lo would be on the hook. And then it's like, geez, you know, he could probably fight. It would definitely cost him some time and money, but he could fight. He signed a thing for 10 years, not for a lifetime. He should be grandfathered in for 10 years, and that is that. So it's a long shot. They were all kind of freaking out, kind of scared. I don't know what is going on with Kalani and Asuelu. I do know that we got to see it in the preview for the next episode, though, that Asuelu, like, got into something. I don't know if it was a car wreck or if he got into a fight. Like, something happened with him. And, you know, Kalani was like, are you okay? Like, everyone was freaking out. It's like, what just happened? So I don't know if something traumatic happened or if he got into a wreck. I have no idea what happened. He was just like, oh my God, I'm so happy I'm okay. And that was it. So I was like, what is going on? So it'll be interesting to see what actually goes down with Kalani and Asuelu. I'm curious if I don't know if he got into an accident. I have no idea. Then we got to see Elizabeth and Andrei. And this is, I swear to you guys, either the fakest thing I have literally ever seen ever on this show, ever, or Andrei and Elizabeth's brother Charlie are the two dumbest people, and you can even throw in Chuck, Elizabeth's dad, are the three dumbest people I have ever seen in my entire life. I think it's fake, but I mean, these people, oh my God, they're so stupid if this is real. Here, the long story short, Andrei wants to work with Elizabeth's dad, Chuck. He wants to get in the real estate business. Now, if I was him, he should go sell real estate. He got his real estate license. Dude, go sell real estate on your own. Problem solved. Like that, I just solved their problem within like 3 seconds. There you go. Go sell real estate. You don't have to work with the brother. But he wants to go work with the family business. And of course, we all know who's involved in the family business. And that'd be Elizabeth's brother, Charlie. And we all know who hates each other. Andrei and Charlie. So obviously, they're not going to be able to work together, but they were going to give it a shot. Chuck, her dad, wants them to kind of see if they can make it work. It's an awful idea. Right from the get-go, they had issues, but they ended up supposedly buying this investment property, and Andrei drove over there. It's an hour drive. He drove over, and then he was going to go and do demo day. And it was so, this is why I thought it was so fake, or he's just an idiot. He was talking about it like, you know, on demo day, we do this, and demo day. I was like, wait a second, this is like your first demo. You've never done demo. What do you mean demo day? This is your first day on the job. And that was the other weird thing. This is your first day ever on the job, ever. And you're in this house by yourself, demolishing it with no instruction. Like, you know, the dad wasn't there. No one was there. I was like, that seems really weird. So the first day he walks in the house, he grabs the refrigerator door and starts hitting it off the hinges. And I'm like, what are you? Okay, wait, what? And it was an old, like the whole refrigerator had to go, but it was still like, wouldn't you just unplug the refrigerator and then take it out and then put it in the trash? Like, why are you disassembling this whole thing? So that made no sense. It was actually kind of comical. Then he went to the drawers. What are the words? The cabinets. That's the word for it. He went to the cabinets and started hitting them off. They were old cabinets, but it was still like, should you be doing that? And then, of course, about a second later, guess who walked in the door? That would be Charlie. And Charlie flipped out. He went crazy. He was saying, what are you doing? We have not agreed to demo this. You are completely out of your mind. No one gave you any direction. Andrei claimed that the dad told him to do it. And it was like, it's a he said, she said kind of a deal. I have no idea what part is true. It seemed kind of fake. If it is real, they are awful at communicating. They are horrible in business. They have no direction. They are just complete freaking idiots if it is real. If it's fake, then they're kind of honestly complete idiots too, because it's like, why would you want to make up this fake drama? You're making yourself look so dumb. So I don't know who to believe. I don't know what to believe. But either way you slice it and dice it, the thing just looks freaking stupid, crazy. They're not looking very smart. They're looking very unorganized and not good at communicating in business at all. And so, of course, Andrei ran out, Charlie ran out. They're both mad at each other. And long story short, they're not going to be able to work together. So I don't know why Andrei won't just say, I need to make some money. I'm going to become a realtor. Problem solved. Why he won't do that, I don't know. Is it for drama for the show? Is it just completely fake? I have no idea. So that went down. Of course, he was mad. Well, I'm sure we're going to see Chuck get in the middle of it. We did actually get to see that the entire family, including Chuck, ends up renting like a yacht, and they're sitting on the yacht because they have to act like the Kardashians or something. So they're on their yacht, and then that's when Elizabeth and her sister get into a huge, gigantic fight about Andrei and this, and she's two-faced, and it honestly, it seemed pretty freaking fake. So that went down for them, but at the beginning of the episode, we did get to see Elizabeth talk to her sister about the possibility of them getting a nanny. And you know what? Hey, I'm not a mom. I don't have a kid, knock on wood. But anyway, you know, I can't comment. I feel like if you want to get a nanny, I guess to each their own, do it. If you want to spend time with your kid, do it. And if you want to have a job, do it. Elizabeth's thought process is if I'm working full-time and Andrei's working full-time, we can make more money and then we can justify getting a nanny. And if you want to do it, I guess do it. I can see both sides to the story. I can also see why you want to spend time with your kid, but I get it. If you're working, you're busy, fantastic. Get a nanny. I really don't care. The dumb thing is Andrei, he doesn't want to get a nanny. He wants Elizabeth to stay at home and work and take care of the kid. So it's just like, dude, this guy wants his cake and he wants to freaking eat it too. And so Elizabeth's sister's idea was, hey, just go get a nanny and then don't tell your husband, which is the dumbest thing because he would see that you're paying a nanny. he would probably eventually see the nanny, because the nanny's going to be watching the baby at your house. He would find out. It's going to be on national television. This is the dumbest idea ever. So instead of just saying, you know, I'm going to tell the guy I'm getting a nanny, or you can watch the baby, now she's actually going to, I guess, get a nanny and then not tell Andrei, which is going to be the fakest, stupid, just a bunch of stupid freaking fake drama. And then last but not least, not really, no. Okay, so no, before I say last but not least, we did get to see Brandon and Julia. It was quick, it was nothing. We got to see Julia go absolutely insane. It kind of seemed fake too on Brandon's friend. It was, you know, she was mad and this was just jealous and the whole thing. We got to see them for about 2 seconds. They made up their differences. They both said, you know, let's just try to put this aside. We're still kind of working out our relationship. That was it. Nothing went down. We did not get to see Yara and Jovi boo-hoo, but we did get to see it in the next episode that they do actually kind of, you know, they're sad, they're emotional. Jovi has to leave. Everyone's crying. It's pretty freaking sad, but that's in the next episode. However, we did get to see Mike and Natalie and Mike's mom, Trish, and if you can't tell, I can't even open my eyes, y'all. I can't even open my freaking eyes. This was the most bizarre, weird, crazy, just weirdest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Real quick, Mike and Natalie go to Oklahoma for Thanksgiving to go see Mike's mom, Trish. Mike is obsessed with his mom, Trish, and you know what? Hey, it's his mom. Who cares? They have a weird relationship. Kind of. They're not as weird as like Colt and Debbie, but they're, you know, they're friendly, whatever. Their mom and, you know, son, who cares? The issue I have with Trish is Trish absolutely cannot stand Natalie, and she will not give her a shot. So she was kind of going off of Natalie about not doing a good job. She was going off to Natalie about what she eats. She was going off to Natalie about her work ethic, and it was like she would not stop. And it's clear as day she can't stand Natalie, which, you know what? Isn't really cool, because guess what, Trish? Your son married the idiot. I don't like Natalie either, but she's now technically part of your family, and you have to give her a fair, honest shot, and you have to be more accommodating. So Trish, she was not being nice. She was trying to be all tough and mean, and you know what? And trying to push Natalie around. But Natalie, she has that exact same alpha personality, and she was giving it right back to Trish, and so they were just, boom, they were clashing. It was so awkward, so tense, so weird. Mike was kind of standing in the middle. He was standing a hair bit closer to his mom. He was definitely favoring what his mom was saying more. They went and they moved some lumber. Of course, Natalie, boom, she was mad. Then they went and they did. Then they went and they bought a turkey because it was Thanksgiving. Natalie, she was mad. Trish, she was kind of laughing like under her breath. It's one of those situations, they're never going to be friends. Trish will never open up to her. Natalie will never be nice to her either. And that is that. And now we all know in present day they're not together. And I guess this works out for the better because they're, you know, I can tell you one thing. Mike's mom, Trish, and Natalie were never, ever going to be friends. So 90 Day Fiance, a lot of drama. Some of the drama seemed kind of fake and forced. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Angela and Michael, okay, now Natalie and Trish, that seemed real. That seems so real. But yeah, you know, yeah, Angela and Michael, and honestly, it's really just those two. Angela and Michael, and Elizabeth and Andrei. Oh my God, that drama seemed fake. But everyone else, for the most part, seemed pretty freaking real. So y'all, 90 Day Fiance, pretty good episode. Hit that like button below, hit the comments below, hit the share and follow and all the other buttons too. And y'all better please stay tuned for many more videos.